recorded with her on Thursday.
And now is the time to meet someone we really wanted to hear and meet today. Well, I'm saying today, but in fact, at the time when we are speaking, this is Thursday. You were not available this Sunday. We are very happy to be with you. You are Executive Director CSR, Diversity and Solidarity for the French-based Orange Telecom Group and Assistant President to the Orange Foundation. Well, I knew you as a journalist first. You have quite a background and track record, don't you? You are a woman committed into development assistance in NGOs and grassroots organizations. You worked on TV, on radio. How does such a woman become CSR director and in large corporation like Orange? Well, thank you very much, Louise. Well, hello again. My best wishes for 2021. Apologize again for not being with you live today. Well, indeed, my background is lined with commitments and engagement. I chose the media up front to push the limits or try to in the topics which are dear to me. On CSR issues, I did programs on women covering the kindergarten maternelle school, which is a great place to analyze women's conditions in France. I did editorials and columns on the Au Féminin or feminine.com website. I wrote books in which the feminine characters are very strong characters who know that knowledge is power. So, hence the importance of the topic which gathers us today. So, I went to a career in the media to becoming a CSR director in Orange because at some point, you know, when you want to push the limits and be a game changer in the media, in the community organizations, I'm very sensitive to the transformational power of large transnational corporations. I saw that in the field when I traveled to Africa, especially. I saw that individual action changed the lives of people with the emergence of small businesses with Orange Bank and Orange Money in the Ivory Coast. I also so the foundation also supported gender equality and a number of issues. So when I learned that my predecessor, my female predecessor, Christine Albanel, was leaving Orange, I was bold enough, I was daring enough to apply for the job. I'm saying daring enough because I hadn't done any prestigious engineering or business school. I never had such a high-ranking job in large corporation, but I dared to ask. And the then CEO, Stéphane Richard, told me, yes, I'm concluding on this, because this daring comes from trust, which originates in knowledge, which originates in education. And here you think you have power to act, quote unquote, yourselves and collectively via the projects that you are carrying out with your teams. You know, this power to take action is of great importance, isn't it? Yes, indeed, I do have power to act because today, thanks to my department and my teams, I'm able to continue all the programs and activities which had been existing and carried out by the group to support young girls and women in an educational journey which starts from school with integration into the job market with a full array of programs. I will only mention a few of them, starting with the primary school activities via a program called so-called Orange Villagers. So in an orange village, quote unquote, we have 100 of such orange villages in Africa to which we support. So it all starts with the presence of water. So that the girls can go to school instead of walking miles to draw water from a well. So they have water supply, water source. We build a water supply system for them. We set up a maternal and child health care center and a primary school that is equipped with a digital tablet to access teaching and learning content. These are the first building blocks for youth and for girls. The second building block is the job integration programs which we carry out via a program which we call Orange Digital Centers, which has been recently rolled out, which is basically our flagship program for our CSR activities, in which we have an IT coding school, startup accelerator, a fab lab for IT production, and also the possibility to invest via Orange digital investment programs to invest into the most promising startup companies. And as soon as this new program was founded, we took the commitment to have a 20% feminization rate, which immediately was exceeded. 40% of IT coding students in Tunisia are women, 30% in Senegal. So we've exceeded our targets because we are highly engaged on these issues. And it goes beyond the mainstream percentages you have in IT schools and engineering schools, this feminization rate. Do you actually believe that this experience you gave us specific examples can also nurture and promote this new type of thinking across the board in a corporation like Orange? Well, yes, I do. We cannot, via the foundation, carry out women's activities and don't do anything inside a company. We know that in our company we have technical jobs. We know that the next generation jobs will be in digital technology, and only 5% of IT coding specialists are women. So we have a real challenge to feminize these technical occupations. We've launched a program called Hello Women, which focuses on recruitment, support, and the last stretch, the last step of delivery, because I'm fully convinced, and fortunately the corporation is also convinced, that you can't get any financial performance without any sustainable performance. And sustainable performance involves diversity in the teams and gender equality, among others. Well, I would like to go back to one small personal point to conclude. Are you happy, and do you believe that this type of program and this type of engagement, both you personally and you as part of the corporation, gives a new dimension to your life, makes it fuller, maybe? Not that you would be doing this because you want to self-actualize, but does it bring us something more collectively? Well, I think that the more women hold powerful positions, the more inequalities will be corrected, and the more our world will be just and sustainable. I'm deeply convinced of that, and I really believe in leadership. I really believe in setting the example from the top that can flow down through the whole organization, through the whole society. So it is high time that we hear the voices of women louder and clearer. This is why I really wanted to attend this live launch event, because you don't hear enough the voices of those women who are deprived of an education. They are silent. It is our duty to make their voices heard, and this is what we are doing at Orange across the board. Our first winner of the Orange African Writer Awards is a woman, Jaili Amadou Abal, who, following this Orange Award, won the African Writers Award and the High School Writers Award. So she's a great mouthpiece for our activity, because her book tells stories of women who are submissive, locked in polygamous marriages, but education is a true weapon, a weapon to get emancipated, to gain greater autonomy, to break the silence, and to advance the world at large by way of women education. Thank you very much, Elizabeth Tchoungui, for these words, these very strong words. And we'll resume the thread of our agenda. And I'm saying, yes, best wishes.